Welcome to Our House Mondays. Today we're doing it late, had a super busy day. Our House Mondays, James is in the house. He walked in first. Welcome you all. I'm almost screaming. I'm streaming, in two different rooms, Rideshare Professor and Rideshare Driving School. This is your platform on Mondays. You get to share. James, I actually reached out to your buddy. He's going to be sending me some questions. Thank you for the introduction. Whatever's on your heart, on your minds, I hope that you had a good weekend. I hope that you finally received your unemployment monies if you have been waiting in Nevada and other states. Some people may have gone back to rideshare driving. Jay Morris is in the house. Ziggy 007's in the house. William Connor's in the house. Says, how's it going? It's going strong. Lorenzo, always good to see you as well, buddy. Money on car repairs today. Car parts. And I'm going to make another video because I did a lot of shopping online for car parts. I don't know if you guys have ever done that. Bought parts online, but I bought literally within 2 weeks from stockwise.com, carparts.com, summitracing.com, and partsgeek.com. And I want to give you my feedback in a separate video, shopping during the pandemic, because there were certain patterns and certain major problems with certain companies that I shopped online with, and then there were companies that exceeded my expectations and did great. So I do want to compare those four companies. So we have Inland Empire, Salvi, Rideshare. I'm sure you've been extremely busy during these times, during the protests, during the looting. I'm sure your boys have been working around the clock. Westport Rashid's in the house. It's Moose is in the house. He goes, hello. William Connor says, I feel like I will never go back to Uber driving. It's gotten so bad. That's what I'm hearing. And although Dara came out about 2 or 3 days ago and said, you know what, we're coming back. They're still, I believe, 70% below normal, but they're coming back slowly. I have a strong feeling that a lot of drivers have moved on with their lives, onto other bigger things, right? Mario, what's up, my friend? Did you guys have an enjoyable, safe Friday, Saturday, Sunday? You still chilling on the Monday, or are you back in full swing? Ziggy says, I'm going back this weekend. That's probably a far safer weekend to go back. I hope there were no COVID spikes during the protest. Let's see how that plays out. But for the most of it, traffic seems to be normal in LA. Long drive from Calabasas to Long Beach today. So looks like, my friend Thomas always slaps down the money. And Thomas had an amazing few days with his Escalade. He has a beautiful new Escalade. And he popped $500 the other day, and $420 a few days before that, with really good tips. Must be an absolute joy, right, Thomas, when you're comparing. I think you've never been on the Excel platform, right? You were on the Comfort platform and some other platform, I believe, in your previous car, which was also an Escalade. So I'm sure you've seen a major uptick in your earnings. And the appreciation for that type of car will definitely turn into private clients. I know that's where he's good in, customer relationships. So when you start speaking to Thomas, very, very cool, likable guy. There's that type of personality is what you feel completely at ease and at comfort when you see how this guy presents himself and drives his car, right? And then that carries on over to a private client. If they feel chill, if they feel safe, you have a private client. And Thomas knows what that's all about. What that is all about. Sorry, I'm stuttering here. Been spending many hours in the car today. Awake, alert, and ready to rumble. That's Inland Empire Salvi, exactly. Awake, alert, and ready to rumble. I love it. They're not going to give you any shit over there when they see you and your compagnons showing up. No ways. I would not pick a fight with his gang where they're all decked out with their dogs and everything. Good luck. Good luck picking a fight with Salvi's crew. Man, just looking at them, I was like, yep, surrender, peace. One Little Lamb Bible study. I like it. One Little Lamb Bible study says Phoenix to Berkeley on oversized load passing by your neck of the woods. Excellent. Good. Pass by safely and continue safely on your journey. I like that name. One Little Lamb Bible study. Very cool. Robin, Renus in the house. Give us some updates from Vegas, Robin. It's Moose says, still haven't received, come on, still haven't received the PUA. Filed for PUA April the 30th. I think California is overwhelmed. No, they should have got. Have you written to them, It's Moose? Just follow up in writing, please. Still no PUA in Vegas. What is going on, Vegas? Hammer them with letters and complaints. Take the issue online. Tweet about this, guys. This is unacceptable. WTF, man, what's going on in Vegas and what's going on with certain people not receiving their monies? John Bloxham, I still have not received my UI or PUI either in California. Wow. That is bizarre. The majority of the people that I've spoken to in California have received their monies. The Archetype Gamer, good to see you. Long time, my friend. How are you? Hope you and the family are doing well. I'm just curious to hear who's back at the grind, right? Look, I mean, the trips are still out there. There's not as many drivers, so my guess is that the drivers who are driving right now are busy. They sound very, very busy. If you look at Thomas's numbers, San Diego Rideshare Pro, he's putting down big numbers. So there can't be too many excels in his market, and I'm sure the ridership is coming back. So if there are not so many cars floating around, you probably have to drive a little further, but you'll be busy. Jay Morris says Vegas had only paid about 30% PUA. They said payments should pick up this week. Supposed to get funding by Wednesday, according to Alarica Call Center. Nevada says Tuesday they will release some money. I damn well hope so. William Connor, there are so many better options than Uber, Amazon, Instacart, just something else. We got to search for those other options, exactly. Happy birthday to your daughter. How old is she today? And what's her name? What's your daughter's name and how old is she? Las Vegas, Uber drivers in the house. Good evening. So is your platform today, our house, whatever's on your mind, I will, Kylie will be 6 tomorrow. So do you celebrate a day earlier or are you celebrating it tomorrow? Mr. Richards, San Diego in the house, but not driving yet. Thumbs up. Yeah, I'm on 9. I could definitely do with 10, with 11, with 12. Absolutely. Jay, I've had a couple of suggestions sent to me as far as lunch goes on the 8th, on July the 8th. I should share them and then let the oh, we had the party today. Okay, so let's sing. How do you pronounce it? Kylie or Kaylee? Kylie. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday, dear Kylie. Happy 6th birthday to you. That's it. I sang you happy birthday there. Yep. M. Sawyer, my appeal has been pending 24 days. Why are they dragging their feet? What? Come on, haven't they caught up with everyone as so much time has passed? You're welcome. Yes, we've got cupcakes, cake. We're celebrating. Let her have a look at this. She can pick one of those cupcakes there if she wants to. She can just reach out, pick one of those cupcakes. And she can blow out those candles, those 6 candles. James Campbell, apparently Breaking Bad is supposed to get another season after the death of Walter White. Are you happy about that? If you're happy, I'm happy. That's cool. Sounds good. It's Moose says, interesting thing. I did sign up for USPS Informed Delivery. USPS Informed Delivery tells you what is headed your way through the mail. They even take pictures of the important mail. That's cool. She has a little unicorn cake. Cool. Got to make it special. The 6th birthday is a special one. They cherish their birthdays. They get super excited at that age. You know, when we hit 50, we're not that stoked anymore about birthdays, celebrating birthdays. They're like, oh my God, not another year older. Oh my God, another year. When they're 6 years old, super excited. Can't even sleep the night before. Roger Faddle in the house. Hola, hola. ¿Cómo está? So yeah, I been all over the show. And I can't say this too loud, but I bought a ballet today. Whoop, whoop. 55. Defundera. 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 Got to put a hashtag all in one. If the hashtag cannot have any spaces, so it's got to go like this. Defundera. There it is. 55. Yep. Rick Nelson's 69 now. Temperature-wise, what are we talking about? What are we talking about? That Lyft call with John was so bad. I watched it the other day. Man, was that bad. And then Derek Kay the next day trying to outdo John Zimmer. The one did 500,000, and then he comes out with a long letter with $1 million. Long letter about Black Lives Matter. I wonder how much they worried about Black lives in the last 5-6 years. Never saw anything. Only seizing the opportunity, the moment. It was very, very interesting how those two companies tried to outdo each other over the Black Lives Matter movement. And yes, I agree with you, Mario. That guy can jump in a cold lake. 38th in December, that's good. 38 is good. It's good. You're marching towards the 40. 40 is a big one. Drivers' lives matter. Every life matters. Black lives matter. Latino lives matter. Asian lives matter. White lives matter. Every life matters. But I just question their timing. I really do. Sorry. And by the way, the $500,000 that Lyft donated and the $1 million that Uber donated, we generated that. So if you want to tap yourselves on the shoulder, we the ones that generated that money for that movement, something to feel good about. And then, how do you like my shirt? What day is it? I don't even know what day it is. What day during the pandemic? What day of protesting? Lost complete track of time. How about you guys? Yeah, James Campbell, $1 million. That's actually about 4 balloon parties, because they spent about $250,000 on balloons each time. That's about 4 of their balloon parties. David Garcia's in the house. Says, oh my God, EDD Field Audit Compliance Division called me Saturday. Looks like I'm getting my UI. I hope you are. Whoop, 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 whoop. Exactly. Yes, my kids, Mexican, Black, and Korean lives matter. Every life matters. And I'm glad we supporting, I'm glad we protesting. I'm not happy, very sad about the scenes when I look at the looting pictures. That just appalls me. It disgusts me. That is not necessary. But, you know, the whole world is standing in solidarity. London was on protest, Berlin, Tokyo, Sydney, everyone worldwide is standing in solidarity, protesting, because they have the same issues. It's not an issue that's just USA specific. It's every country specific. So people want to express themselves. If people want to speak up, great. But looters, stay at home. Yes, got your EDD today. 4 clicks, 4000. How does that make you feel, Sidi? Mario? How did that make you feel? Nerds of, wow, what a name. Where did you get that, buddy? I've got PUA here in Colorado for the next 28 weeks. Gonna stay safe for my health and family for that time being before thinking about going back to driving. That's good. The real deal in the house. I finally had a call from EDD on Friday, and Saturday got them all the info. She said 12 days before I actually get money. Show her the money. Show her the money. And I'm personally asked, which you're allowed in our house, you're allowed to ask anything. Archetype Gamer says, your opinion on defunding police departments. I think that'll create a void, and I think that'll create a problem if you're completely defunding a police department. I would rather put the funding in there and work on a new system, putting system and checks in place, right? For example, scrutinize the entire history and background if a person is applying to become a policeman. If they have any records or felonies or a pattern of, you know, that is where I would put the money in. But to defund the police, in my eyes, if you pull all the policemen off the street, well, welcome looters, right? There's chaos. There's no law and order. It's chaos. What I think it's to answer that question diplomatically, I think it is our duty to reform and to make police departments better. But to defund them and break them down, you asked for my opinion, I wouldn't sign up for that. Sorry, they play a role. Archetype Gamer says Seattle is trying to cut the budget in half, and then you have your problems that come with that. James Campbell, Minneapolis did that to rebuild their police department. It's one thing to flush out a police system, but to completely defund the police is stupid. I agree. I mean, look at Minneapolis. It's completely burned down. And now the message that you're sending to looters and that, hey, guess what? There's no police on the streets anymore. Guess what? We'll continue with our bad habits. It's not the right message. The reform, and bring in tighter laws. You know, they can't be carte blanche. They want to do what the hell they want. No, they have to be held accountable. But they're essential. They're essential. And the time, the effort, the money should be spent on reform. David Garcia, James Campbell, Criminal Justice Reform 2020. Archtime Gamer says the city council are extreme socialists that want everything their way. Well, yeah, and now they, you know, when something like this happens, you go to the other extreme. But if you go to the other extreme, you have a void. Now's the time for the parties to talk and figure out new things. Not if something happens here, you go all the way to one side and you have a massive void. Go, Donnie. Just another manic Monday. Wish it were Sunday. Na 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 na. Bye-bye 9 to 5. I like it. Bye-bye 9 to 5. That's cool. Bye-bye 9 to 5. What's up? What's up? Let's roll. Tina's in the house. She says, I'm all for freedom of speech, but looters and those throwing and launching stuff at the police officers that are just doing their jobs, that's wrong. I agree. In the house. Whoop, whoop. John Durham in the house. Whoop, whoop. What did you guys have for dinner tonight? I had a good, big, solid Mexican meal. Burrito, chicken. Man, I ate a lot. Boy, oh boy, oh boy. And spent some good money today on repairs, parts repairs. Ay. When it rains, it pours. William Connor, it's always nice to vent our own opinions here. That's what our house Mondays are about. Get it out, flush it out. Whatever's boiling down there, let it shout, let it all out. This is what our Mondays are all about. Come on, I'm talking to you. Come on, shout, let it all out. This is what righteous are about. Come on, I'm talking to you. Come on. That's it. Let it all out. Red, white, and blue potato salad. Red, white. I've never eaten that. Red, white, and blue potato salad. Are you telling me that you dyed? You put actual coloring into your potato salad, or did you take red potatoes, white potatoes? Is there such a thing as blue potatoes? Is that a recipe for that? I'll look it up. I mean, I've eaten red potatoes and white potatoes, but I've never had the American colors, red, white, and blue as a potato salad. But I'm open to be educated, you know. Teddy T6 in the house. Hi, everyone. Teddy's in the house. Oh, my gosh. You're killing me. Bye-bye 95. Smoked salmon and rice. Oh, my goodness. Oh, I love that. Smoked salmon and rice. Oof. What I would give for that right now. Oh, red potatoes, blue cheese. Now we're talking. That sounds delicious. That really does sound delicious. M. Sawyer says, unemployment appeal line hung up on me. Yeah, what is up with people hanging up? Like, oh, you don't want to solve that problem? Cluck. I had that with, I dealt with a couple of online car orders this week, and the amount of people that hung up, God, doesn't that infuriate you? You've spent all that time waiting. You've spent all that time to get through. And if something doesn't suit them, or, oh, I can't hear you, I can't, hang up. BS, my friends. John B, some nice lamb chops with some nice gravy, Greek style. Oh my God, that sounds good. Jeez. You bought that at Albertsons. I should ask them if they have red, white, and blue potatoes. Don't get me started with that feeling. I know too well, says William O'Connor. Yep. James Campbell is whipping up slow cooked pork roast with sort of jerky-like seasoning from Aldi. Wow, sounds delicious. Soft shell tacos. Wow, you guys are throwing some food down there. Damn. I better get back into the kitchen later and cook again. Spent close to $200 in Amsoil products for my car. But it looks good. Fishing. Oh, take them fishing. The kids are begging to go fishing. Go fishing. Well, there's nothing more therapeutic and fun for kids to go fishing, especially if they catch their first fish. It's like a huge, huge accomplishment. I love the sport as well. Patsy Skelton in the house. Meal replacement shake. Oh, you're into the shakes. Okay, good. Shake, shake, shake. Shake, shake, shake. Shake your milkshake. Shake your meal. Shake, shake, shake. Shake, shake, shake. Patsy does the shake. I use the best oil for my car. Good. Today I did a transmission filter, transmission oil on the Porsche, and I did differential oil. Replaced all those liquids today. Bye-bye 9 to 5 says, how do you stream and see comments? I can never see comments. I think there is a setting as you start your stream about, I think you have to okay, like live chat. A Barbie rod. I wonder what those look like. A tiny little Barbie rod. Let's roll, Tina. People laced social distancing, and now the CV19 numbers have jumped up this week, especially in the last few days. I'm hoping that the numbers will remind others that we are still in a pandemic. Absolutely, absolutely true. Robin Reno says, love it. David Garcia says, start giving officers lie detector tests. If they fail, fire them and make law. They cannot work in any law enforcement position anywhere in the United States. Time to clean house from bottom to top. No exceptions. I'm all for eliminating all the rotten apples. Sorry, I said apples. All the rotten police apples, get them out. There's a lot of racists working in jobs and using that power that they have in the wrong way. Gives them a lot of power. Donnie Freeman, I put mine up on a big screen. I have a studio. That's cool. I like that. Triss is in the house. If you back up to page that had thumbs up, you'll see live chat. Thank you. Ooh, catalytic converters can be expensive sometimes. So otherwise you don't pass that damn smog check, right? Jay Morris, how do you start to become a private driver? It's a good question. Depending on what state you are in, Jay, you can get your paperwork going, right? The application, you can talk to Alex at Business Rocket. Takes 2 to 3 months. Anywhere from $600 to $1,200, depending on the state. Got to get your commercial insurance. You got to get your car weighed. Got to get your car registered at the DMV commercially, from regular to commercial. And then I would say the biggest part is marketing and recruiting. Bobby Rod. Vegas. Yeah, Vegas is very easy to get it. It's inexpensive. Vegas, if you're a Vegas driver, you definitely want to have that private license, because there's a lot of return people, whether it's Orange County, San Francisco, LA, San Diego people, Phoenix people, always returning back to Vegas, and they want to be picked up and they want to have a driver. So you can, you can recruit people, and you'll get bookings every few months from them as they return to Vegas. You start building that out. COVIDera19. COVIDera. I should wear my COVIDera shirt that I made. Remember, I made COVIDera. 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 COVIDera19. Oh, you're right. It's actually spelled COVIDera. COVIDera. That's how it's spelled. Correct. That screen, I have. To be honest, I'll share the story with the screen. I'm I have a few gigantic TVs in my house, but like massive, probably like 5 of them. So if I set up, I'll just set up in front of a giant TV screen. I'm not the big tech guy. I'm not like Dark Road Run, who's like a tech guru, or Dave the Uber slave. I keep it simple, and I want to be set up quick. If I decide to knock out a quick video or 3 videos a day, that's it. I don't spend hours and hours and hours on editing and on the preparation and that. Like, I'm a very spontaneous guy. I like to get stuff done. If that is the topic, let's talk about it. That John Zimmer is going to talk about at 1 p.m. and I have 1 hour to get ready. I want to be there. I don't want to spend way too much time editing, setting up. Just get it going. Teddy says, hey, Uber says they have masks and disinfectant spray now. Oh, finally? Really? Has it finally arrived, Dara? Months and months later? Yeah. Oh, that's my... Oh, no, I thought that was my car. No, it's not. I thought that was my... Dara can keep it. It's a massive TV. It may look small, but it's a giant TV. Archetype Gamer says, if you own a Ford Focus 2012 to 2018 with a manual or DCT transmission, you can use or Amsoil DCT fluid in the transmission. Cool. So for my new online real estate channel, got myself the Phantom Pro, was playing around with it. I flew at least a mile from the house yesterday and super high up, just flying around the neighborhoods. And then there's like a return button. So the sucker returns home, flies back home. How cool is that? These things come off pretty easy. And then I control everything from my iPhone. And I got to say, the footage is spectacular. So I'm going to be doing a lot of open houses, visiting them, and then making them fun, mixing it up, right? I'm going to go there with, have it all planned out with my new Chevy Bel Air, white and red. Company is called Spot Above. So we're going to start flying and looking at the videos are going to start from high above, focusing on the house, coming down, flying around the house. And then I will be doing personal walkthroughs with real estate agents, guys and girls. Hey, here we are in the kitchen, or, let's dive in. If I'm wearing a suit, I'm even thinking of diving into the pool with my suit. Make it funny. Right? Why not? With suit and tie, just dive straight into their pool. Do some crazy shit. That's the only way videos go viral. But how much was that? DJI Mavic and that one. If you buy everything, it's about $3,000. I paid about $1,500. My son did their commercial for them. My son was actually in their TV commercial, Ryan. So I got a 50% discount. But I have probably 4 or 5 battery packs and tons of accessories. I can charge it in the car. There's a lot of different peripherals that go with it, charger units, right? Then the actual control tower looks like this. Phone goes in there. Receivers keep the signal, and this thing flies. It flies a few miles away from you and extremely high. I don't want to fly so high that I compete with helicopters and planes, so I just keep it low. You zoom around your neighborhood, go spying on people. Wonderful. Super exciting stuff. I had a lot of fun, and I got some killer footage yesterday. And then on the weekend, what I'm going to do is when the kids are in the ocean, I'm going to fly around and do a shark check, great whites, fly around, make sure everything's okay. Okay, kids, you can go in the water now. No sharks, shark-free zone. But yeah, you know what? They're expensive, and yes, it's an investment, but the visual that you get out of it, like if you look at, there's an Australian guy that I know who does the videography for a guy that does all the spearfishing that in Australia. He starts his videos flying into the boat, flying away from the boat, or especially in sunsets. He usually ends a lot of his videos in sunsets as it flies away from the boat, the drone. And it just brings a whole different dimension to video footage. Yeah, and it's registered with the FAA as well, correct. Do you use an old school safety razor or cartridge razor? What do you mean by that? When I shave, I'm old school. Robin, be safe. And send me some more restaurant suggestions close to the 15 so we can meet up on July the 8th. It'd be fun if all the drivers are outside. We can maybe fly in with a drone, get some really cool footage. That would be nice. So did anybody go out? Can anybody present some numbers from the weekend? Did you put in some hours, or are we kicking back and collecting unemployment? Which I don't think is a bad idea. Being at home, staying safe with your kids, with your wife, getting unemployment money, which you rightfully deserve because you've paid in for many years. Why not? Shaver. Yeah, old school. But I don't think I shaved this morning. It was too much of a hurry. I covered a lot of territory today, a lot of driving. Probably drove 6 hours today. Just cars, deposits, parts, you name it. So yeah, Instacart. If you remember, at least 2 months back, I came out very strong with that the tipping functionality that shoppers are taking advantage of. It's a complete bait and switch, offering super high tips and then canceling them. I did a couple of videos that got a lot of views and a lot of people shared it, calling out Instacart with their bait and switch tactics. Well, finally, I heard or read a couple of articles last week that they tightened up that system. It's not bulletproof, but they tightened it up. Maybe some Instacarters can comment on that, right? But it was unacceptable that people would entice you with a tip, and then I think they had up to 2 weeks to cancel it, or 8 days. I'm not entirely sure. Well, that really backfired on Instacart. They got a lot of negative press on that, and I'm happy to hear that they're tightening that up. John B says, my life is more important than a few extra dollars getting on unemployment. I agree with you on that one. John Durham says, when I just recently voted for RDU, Rideshare Drivers United, that is a recent voting we did. One of the questions was, do you believe that there should be a rideshare representative on the board? Absolutely. Absolutely. They should. The state should put a board together per city, that you have drivers, a group of drivers on a board in a city, whether you're in San Francisco, San Diego, Palm Springs. You got to have driver boards that represent the drivers in each city. Each city that they operate in, you got to have a driver board. We've been talking about this for a long, long time. I had it happen once. Someone took a $100 tip away from me, William Connor. You know what? That sucks. That sucks. I give you a $100 tip. And that's just to entice you and get you all excited to go out there and work, and then they take it away. It's just wrong, completely wrong on every. Jay Morris says, pray for Officer Shea here in Vegas, who was shot in the head during protests last week. He's still in a critical condition. Oh, we'll pray for him. Sorry to hear that. Representing drivers, it is only the drivers. Would you consider the position if we all the drivers voted you in as our? Yeah, of course. I always have represented the drivers. I don't represent riders. You know me, I'm rather critical on the riders. Why? Because they always get all the preferential treatment, and the drivers are always left behind in the equation. So all day long, I would represent drivers all day long, and I would speak up at a board. I'm not a shy person to speak up. I definitely voice my opinion, and I don't mind duking that opinion out. So I think I'll do a great job on behalf of drivers, if that were the case, and I would proudly be a voice for drivers, as I have been for years. I mean, that's what my channel has morphed into. I know that other YouTubers go more into specifics on rideshare, right? I tend to cover the rights, the legal side, the voice side more than others. Others would maybe share more the technical side. Another one of the things that I always talk about is beyond Uber and Lyft, beyond rideshare driving. Once you know the ins and outs, I think how I set myself apart in my channel is really to highlight and show how you can grow in the private world, you as a private driver. So I'm not very mainstream where, like Rideshare Hub and guys like that, they'll talk about screenshots and this is how you make the money and this is what I tend to go away from that. Tend to enjoy the rights more. Strong Santa Anas today, and I have definitely hurting from what do you call it, allergies today. What shaving products? I don't use shaving cream. I find that I think that's too toxic. All my stuff is very much tea tree, eucalyptus-based soaps, and I'll use maybe Gillette blades. But I don't put any type of toxic stuff or chemical on my body, period. John, absolutely. If we got to be Spartacus, we got to be Spartacus, right? You got to believe in something in your life, and you got to stand up for something in your life, right? You got to there's many ways to bring meaning into your life, right? Just like, the people out there protesting peacefully, they're doing that with meaning. They're not just walking around there. They made their signs. They're standing for something, for change, for reform, whatever it is, right? Rideshare needs a lot of reform because we've pretty much been dictated so far what we can and what we cannot do. Beating their drum. This is how you will do it. This is how you will do it. This is how you will do it. We got to bring reform. You got to break it up a little bit and bring the driver's side in. Can't just be dancing to the beating of their drum. Dun, 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 dun. No, they got to listen to our drum beat. Right, got to mix it up a bit. Do you know what that plastic thing is called that you put in the back of the car, the cab cars have? Oh, the partition? It's a rideshare partition. Is that the one? They work. They really, really work. Patsy asked a good question. She says, do you think the number of drivers will be up or down after all of this? I think the drivers numbers will be down big time. I think they will be down big time because people have collected monies, some more, some less. you know, you now have a couple of $1,000s in your bank account, still paying your bills, and you've had the time to research and look for other things. So I would think that a lot of drivers have moved on. And honestly, if I look at that IBM survey, a lot of the riders, especially the riders, say, whoa, pandemic, oh, I don't want to get into that car. How many people has he been driving around? How many people has she been driving around? Whoa, I'm just going to go back into my own car. So apparently car sales are picking up. People getting back into their cars. People are very lazy. They just started ordering Uber and Lyft. It was so dirt cheap, right? Weren't paying insurance. They didn't have to drive around. They get chauffeured around. It was so dirt cheap driving around. Still is with Uber and Lyft. But now with the whole pandemic factor and the COVID factor and, you know, the masks and this and that, people are a little bit freaked out, a little bit scared. So a lot of the people are getting back behind their wheels. So I think ridership has plummeted, has gone down. Drivers, yes, slowly starting to come back. But I think if you compare mid 2019 with almost mid 2020, June now, there are way less drivers on the roads, and there are way less riders. Those riders, I think, have shifted and gone back into their own cars. And it makes complete sense if you think of it, right? Because people will look at their life and their safety first. I think that's how a lot of us are thinking. You know, my life, my safety, my family's safety, you know, safety over being reckless. Yeah, they extended the tax deadline till July. They probably will even extend it further, or at least that's the talk. While on PUA, drivers are finding other opportunities. That's, I think, an absolute correct statement by its moose. While on PUA, drivers are finding other opportunities. And you should be exploring those opportunities because the money's coming in and you have the time. If you are not doing anything at the moment to enhance, better your life while the money is coming in, then you're doing something wrong, right? You snooze, you lose. If you are not using this time effectively to build something differently, or to at least try something else, or at least compare something else to your former, right? Then you are not utilizing that time correctly. Send me. I mean, I'm all into natural products, arch type gamer. I mean, I've exhibited at the Natural Expo West in Anaheim many a times. That's probably the largest natural expo worldwide, 3,600 exhibitors, and it's extremely expensive. The entry point for a 10 by 10 booth is $7,500. It's very expensive. A 10 by 20 is $15,000. So to be at that show, you get to see all the natural foods, all the natural drinks, all the natural cosmetics, all the natural supplements, all the good stuff, right? Many marijuana companies there. And marijuana is natural. You know, CBD oil, massive industry. One of my clients in Hidden Hills, they live in a $20 million house, is one of the biggest players in the CBD oil and marijuana growing business in Santa Barbara. Lots of money in that, right? Lots of money in that. But, you know, I don't want to tell my kids, hey, Daddy, how did you make your money? Or Daddy, how did you pay for that Porsche? Oh, I'm a big time marijuana grower, my son. Listen, if I was single, didn't have kids, I'd be raking it in with growing marijuana everywhere. Shine Telemundo. I hit the like button on the way in. I like it. I like it, Shine Telemundo. Thank you for liking the like. Greetings. Good to see you. A lot of money in marijuana, right? I mean, about 5 feet from here, I probably have 10 books on marijuana growing. I looked at that seriously. I have 2 friends. One makes about $600,000 a year. I have another friend in his 30s who makes about $2.5 million a year. And then my clients make an excess of $15 to $20 million a year in the marijuana business. So I know of people that have shared a lot with me. You know, depends on the strains that you grow and all the byproducts, the sweets. This has become a huge, huge industry. CBD oils, the sweets, the strands, mucho dineros. Vegas is killing it in the game. What's happening in Vegas? Are these hotels, have you guys checked it out? Have any of your clients reported back to you in Vegas how what the hotels have done, how they're doing? So that, again, that's a good question. It's Moose, and this goes out to everyone. Everyone should be semi-curious about this question. Typically, how long does it take to monetize a YouTube channel? Probably varies by type of channel. The correct answer is, and you've answered it already, it depends on the topic, right? It is very easy to get subscribers if you're a gamer, you know, Call of Duty guy, or, you know, a lot of people do that they play games and, you know, just to rack up subscribers. But at the end of the day, those aren't really quality subscribers, right? A lot of kids, you get a lot of kids, if you play games and you're doing live gaming, you get a lot of children signing up, and they are not going to really bring much value to your channel as far as monetization. Now, these gaming channels that some of the kids have built out, the ads that run through those channels are not big money making ads, right? Because YouTube looks at what type of video or topic or title you are choosing. If they see you making a game, yes, you'll get a lot of subscribers, but you'll get a lot of like low paying advertisers in that gaming video. The real money maker channels are cars, the casino business, gambling, anything about gambling. Real estate is probably the biggest one. Obviously, real estate, homes, houses, land, ranches are expensive. So, you know, when you have Keller Williams, Sotheby's, Century 21, Remax, all of those guys advertising in your channel, big money. So you choose a topic that you're good at, you build it out. There's ways of speeding up you need 4,000 viewing hours, and you need 1,000 subscribers. Once you have that, you can turn on the money. Ask Dustin, ask Calvin, the simple driver. I'm sure that Dark Road Run by now should be monetized, right? I think he's over 1,000 subscribers, and hopefully he has racked up 4,000 hours. But Michael Ryan's in the house. Good evening. How are you? Welcome. Scott Tucker's in the house. Welcome. How are you? Jimmy, Abstract Echo's in the house. Cool. All just walked in. Very cool. William Connor, Harry's a big monetizer. Harry makes a lot of money through an amazing blog and through a great channel, right? He gets a lot of advertising dollars. Mervin's in the house. Welcome. Hope you're doing well. Hopefully you and your family had a great weekend. Excuse me, my nose is really suffering from allergies today. Did everybody have a good Friday, Saturday, Sunday? Is the Monday off to a good start? Scott says EDIL is on its way. That's wonderful. Keep it that way. Abbas Adumu says, how are you from New York City? Send our love to New York City. Hopefully you're doing better over there. You guys were hit very, very hard during the pandemic. Hopefully things are normalizing. 25K, show me the money. Scott, when that money lands in your bank, champagne time. Got to pop a bottle of champagne. Take a video of you popping a bottle of champagne and I will make a video. Mervyn Khan says, I need to tell you about Lyft and their background checks. You can email me. Abstract Echo says it was productive for me, a lot of studying and working on new art piece. Very cool. Patsy says weekend was beautiful, back at it fighting with contractors, building house, back after the tornado. Wow, nobody wants to work now. They're all scared or they're all too busy. One of the two, right? Uber killer. Yeah, once that money is in your bank, you're not going to be working with Uber anymore. You're going to be building your own private company. Iceman says it's been busy in Phoenix. That's good. Probably because there are not too many drivers out there. So you have a big pond all to yourself. Where do you mainly drive? In Scottsdale? Or you're more like downtown Phoenix? Where do you see the money in Phoenix? I personally like Scottsdale. I actually like Scottsdale a lot. Shine Telemundo says, I can't wait to hear about the Lyft background check. Archetype Gamers folding the laundry and listening to the live channel after celebrating his daughter Kylie's 6th birthday. Good. Non-stop rides, one after the other, all over the show, right? What about resorts, golf resorts, hotels? Was there a lot of activity there, or was it mainly just people going out to restaurants and getting back to normal? Where would you say the majority of your trips originated, Iceman? Just curious. I'm a family man. I'm a family man. Rides picked up in Austin, I'm sure, slowly starting to bounce back. Scottsdale is surging at this very moment. Wouldn't be surprised. People are craving to get back out there, going to a restaurant for the first time, just getting out, taking a weekend off, a staycation or a little vacation. People are moving again. I like Austin. I'm a big fan of Scottsdale. I lived there for 3 months. Austin, many a times. I've been to Austin many a times. Airport runs, yeah, the good old airport runs. I've done several private airports. Haven't done LAX for ages. I haven't done LAX for ages. I guess it's dead there. No airport rides. Cool. So yeah, we're on the 59 minutes. I'll probably keep it close to 1 hour. A lot to do. Also need a decongestant. I mean, these allergies, these winds, these Santa Anas screw me up big time. Scott Tucker says, I'm going to hammer rideshare companies after I get my EDAL. Cool. I like it. And then you hit them hard with Potter Handy. And we'll do another video soon where we hammer Dara. Give him a little bit of hell. Why not? You did 450 in a day. Well done, boss. That's good money, my friend. I have in fact, if anybody's out there, on this Saturday, 8 o'clock in the morning, I'm picking up one client and I'm driving them about an hour past Palm Springs to some resort. Probably 4-hour drive from my house in Calabasas, 4 hours. So if anyone's on the way out there, on the way, obviously I can't stop with my client on the way there, but on the way back, I think I'm going to put on a live feed somewhere, Palm Desert or whatever. If anybody's in Palm Springs or anywhere along the way and wants to get together for a quick coffee, maybe off Monterey and the 10 by that Starbucks close to Sam's Club or Costco, just shout out. I'll invite you for lunch and a coffee or whatever you want to drink. Always love meeting rideshare drivers. COVID-19, COVID-19. I should wear that shirt again. I'm going to wear this shirt, and we should do another COVID-19 feed. I'm all for that, and we'll do some symbolic flushings. Cool. Breakfast with Tiffany. Breakfast Club. You were at the Breakfast Club, I guess. All right, amigos. 1 hour, 1 minute. 20. Anybody hasn't hit the like? What day is it? It's Monday. What day is it? It's Our House Mondays. Your platform. I'll be back as usual next Monday. Tomorrow I'll be doing another live feed. I'll probably be doing a video in the morning comparing 4 different online car part companies. I'll give you a lot of details about them, who works, which one doesn't, which one does, which one you stay away from, which one has no customer service, which one has late delivery times. I mean, you really have to, you learn the hard way, right? You order from multiple sources, then you learn who's the real deal and who's not the real deal. From one company I'm going to highlight, I did 2 orders, $350, $380, $700. I had to send all the products back. All the products did not work. I don't want to let the cat out of the bag, but I'll talk about that in my next video. You know, it's always good to share experiences with other people. Tim, the maniac Miller, in the middle of the street. Our house is a castle and a treat. Our house, that is where ridesharers meet. Our house in the middle of the street. Madness. San Diego Rideshare Pro, any word about Coachella? That's a good question. I wonder if they will skip this year. I mean, they've got their lineup, right? I hope they can get it. I'm sure if we research, I actually could find out, because I know the guy that does all the food, the catering, all the food for Coachella. Maybe he knows when they want to reschedule that. But I'd like to go to Coachella. Money, money, money isn't funny at Coachella. All the things that I could do if I go to Coachella. Make some money in the rideshare world. Yeah. Thomas, we'll cruise. Da-na-na-na, 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 Cadillac, 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 back-to-back Cadillac. NBA is going to be starting up. Correct. Eric M is in the house. Good to see you. Hope you're well. Hope your family's well. Can't wait for the NBA to fire back up again. It'll be in October. Maybe they skipped a whole year. EDC. Woo! Big one. Big one. Last EDC I went to, I got VIP tickets from one of the DJ companies called AMPM that I used to book a lot of DJs from. They always send me VIP tickets for the EDC. Sometimes I pass them on to friends. Sometimes I go myself. That's 3 days of madness, 100 and something thousand people. The Vegas crowd knows. Those are nice long runs all the way outside of Vegas, right to the racing track. Big time. Cool. Yeah, of course, Eric. Did I used to be a driver? I drove every single category with Uber and Lyft, every single one, to learn all the ins and outs. And the reason why I did that is I had 3 friends making a lot of money. Listen to my story, Eric. I had 3 friends making a lot of money leasing out vehicles to Uber and Lyft drivers. And they said, Torsten, buy cars. You buy so many cars already. Just now go out and buy SUVs and Suburbans and XLs and get into the business. And I'm the type of guy, if I get into a business, I learn all the ins and outs about the business. And the only way you're going to learn both sides of the business is if you drive. So I drove few months X, few months XL, more than a year and a half in SUV, because it was my intention to build out a limo company. And now it's a good thing I did that. Leased out a lot of vehicles, did very, very well. Still do. It's coming back. The private side is not as it was back in December, granted, but the private side is coming back strong again. And my best years, 2019, 2018, 2017, 2016, I made a lot of money leasing out vehicles to Uber and Lyft drivers. Great, great return of investment. The ROI probably was 12 to 15 months to break even. I had my car fully paid back, and then I started making profits on each vehicle. Eric asked, do I still drive for apps? I stopped driving for apps. The reason, because I sued both companies. I sued Uber and Lyft for a lot of money. I do still drive private clients. I have a very proud to say it, a very, very impressive list of private clients. A lot of well-known people, and I worked extremely hard at it. Extremely hard at the PR, the marketing, the customer service side. When I do private trips for big groups, small groups, I'm all in, 150%. I don't spare any cost, from coffees to champagne, whatever they want. I get it. I have it in the car. So that's how you have to spoil a lot of these celebrities, right? So I'm all about platinum service, and I definitely built my limo company on superior service. Superior service. I mean, I have Tums, headache tablets. I have everything on board. And people say, well, you shouldn't give them medicines and that. Trust me, when you're out with a bunch of rock stars, well-known music groups, and they have headaches and that, hey, dude, do you have a headache tablet for me? Sure. Here we go. You rock, man. You got everything, Torsten. No problem. Waters, you name it. Like, I don't save on waters. I get the best waters, the best champagne, the best whiskeys, the best tequilas, whatever. When I know what my clients want. If I have party crowds in my car, or I have CEOs in my car, or taking a lady to a red carpet or whatever, you got to know, you got to roll everything from the setting, the music, the temperature, the drinks, you name it, everything. John says, who are these stupid people who want to get rid of police departments if you want to turn the country over to criminals? Yeah, no, shutting down police departments and defunding the police is dangerous. It's going to leave a big, big void. The money should be spent on reform the police departments. Don't eliminate the police departments. You got to have law and order. If that vacuum is gone and there's no law and order, welcome looters. Oh, you're a certified level 1 Reiki practitioner. Nice. Well done, Abstract Echo. And you can, there's a lot of extra ways. If you supply security, if you supplied armed security, if you supply, I mean, there's no limit really. I have multiple different headache tablets on board, and I wouldn't hand that over if I did not know the people. I know how they party. Some people, like some of the rock stars that I drive, will party till 3, 4 in the morning. Some of the hip hop artists party till 3, 4, 5 in the morning. And when they've been drinking and partying and they want a headache tablet, I'm like, which one do you want, buddy? Which one do you like? It's there. Mervyn, sounds good. I'll check it out. Yeah, Lyft. I know you battling. You're having a lot of headaches with Lyft, right, Mervyn? Sounds like you're not having a good time with him. All right, we're on 111. What day is it? It's Our House Mondays. Go Donny Com, play that vinyl, baby. Play that vinyl. People are people, so why should it be you and I together? No, 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 no. It's obviously hit me, though I've done nothing wrong. You know. Have a good night, everyone. I appreciate you. Guys, if you're getting some PUA money, please look at the private side of things. Be your own boss, 100%. Yes, your overheads are higher, but 100% of those proceeds go into your pocket. Ask Thomas. He started steadily building out clients. Many subscribers in my house, in our house, right, that I've trained up, have started their own private companies, whether it's in Boston, whether it's in Texas. They're here in the room, they share way more money. There have been days where I've made $1,500, $2,000 in one day just with private clients, right? But I'm telling you, the money is good. The money is really good if you start building out private repeat clients. Again, listen to me. Private repeat clients, 100% in your back pocket. Money isn't funny. Monday, Manic Monday. Should play that right. Just another Manic Monday. Yeah, absolutely. Be your own boss. Screw Dara, screw John. Yeah. Thank you, Thomas. You know, buddy. He's steadily built out his private clientele. And he loves getting the call. There it is. There's the thumbs up. Loves getting the call. Hey, I need a trip to there and there. Can I book you out on Saturday? Hey, I need to be there. Can I book you out on Wednesday evening? Hey, then we put them in our calendar. Thomas knows. And then we now start filling up our calendar. And sometimes it's just miracle how other clients work around other clients, the times in one day. You might 4 or 5 clients in one day. This one's arriving at 10. This one needs to be picked up at 11:30. This one's coming mid-afternoon. This one's coming early evening. This one's coming late at night. I mean, sometimes it's just miracles how it works out. F. Derek, John Durham, I'm with you on that. I can't wait to collect from Uber. Show me the money, Dara. It's pay up time. And I'm going to collect. I'm patient and I'm going to collect. Death by 1,000 lashes. Gentlemen, have a good night. Ron Reagan's in the house as I'm walking out. I wish you a wonderful, safe, peaceful, restful evening. And let's rock it on Tuesday. Thomas, I appreciate you, my brother. I can't wait to get together with you and let's get Coachella going, and let's make some more videos. Let's get some more videos going, Thomas. Let's get those limo videos done. Thank you, everyone. Muchas gracias. Dankeschön. Merci beaucoup. Spasiba. Obrigado. Whatever other language I've left out. Have a good evening. Enjoy. Thank you, and thank you again. Thank you, guys. Appreciate you.